1177 BC. In 50 years, 47 of 52 major cities in the eastern Mediterranean vanish. No plague, no meteor, no aliens. Everything just stops. Egypt loses 2/3 of its lands. The Hittite Empire, 5 centuries of dominance, evaporates in a decade. Mycenaean Greece turns to scorched waste. Archaeologists find a meter-thick layer of ash, a meter of compressed cinders. That's not a house burning, that's an epoch. And the key, no one knows who did it, because it wasn't an army, it was the system. Wait, empires always fall. What's special here? The speed. Rome died over 300 years. The Soviet Union, 70. The Bronze Age, 50. Here's why, for the first time in history, a global economy emerged. Tin for bronze hauled from Afghanistan, 3,000 kilometers of caravan trails through deserts. Copper from Cyprus, grain from Egypt, luxury from Babylon. Amarna letters read like trader emails. Send 50 talents of copper, deadline looming. This isn't primitive barter, it's Bronze Age just-in-time delivery. And when one link snapped, today 61% of world trade funnels through 3 straits: Malacca, Hormuz, Suez. In 2021, a container ship blocked Suez for 6 days. Damage, $54 billion. Now imagine not 6 days, 50 years. That's what hit in 1177 BC. Trade routes shut down. Tin stopped flowing. Without tin, bronze is just soft copper. Armies weaponless. Farmers toolless. The economy died. Agony began. But who sealed the roots? Who triggered the collapse? Egyptians called them sea peoples. That's all we know, because those who could tell burned in their palaces. Only final letters remain. 1. A scream into the void. 1192 BC. Ugarit, richest trade port on the Syrian coast. King writes ally on Cyprus. Clay tablet. City's last. Enemy has burned our towns with fire. 7 enemy ships arrived, caused great damage. My father, we're doomed. Let my lord know. A month later, Ugarit erased from the earth. Archaeologists found the tablet in an unburnt kiln. City fell so fast, the messenger never reached port. Ugarit never rebuilt. Empty lot. Still, not an isolated case. Hadassah, Hittite capital, abandoned by residents. Not conquered, not torched by foes. Just left. People fled palaces. Where to? Archaeologists don't know. Mycenaean Greece, 90% of palaces in flames over 50 years. Pylos, Tyrans, Mycenae, ash. Linear B vanishes. For 400 years after, Greeks can't write. Dark Ages. Literal. Barbarians? Another invasion? No, because sea peoples weren't an army. Ramesses III's chronicles describe them as families. Women, children, wagons of goods, not conquerors, refugees. Wave of people fleeing famine. Dendrochronology from 2012 proves 1198 to 1196 BC, worst drought in 900 years. 3 years of crop failure. Anatolia, Levant, Greece, sun-scorched. States couldn't feed populations. People moved south, crushed everything in their path. But drought was the trigger, not the cause. Droughts happened before. Why this one killed civilization? Because the system grew too complex, too interconnected, too fragile. One thread snaps, the whole tapestry unravels. Archaeologist Eric Klein calls it systems cascade. It works like this. Step 1, drought, famine, starvation. Step 2, starvation, migrations, border pressure. Step 3, migrations, wars, infrastructure ruin. Step 4, wars, trade breaks, tin shortage. Step 5, tin shortage, armies unarmed, fresh defeats. Step 6, defeats, lost lands, fewer taxes, state collapse. Each element amplifies the next, not linear. Positive feedback. Economist Nassim Taleb calls these systems anti-fragile inverted, more complex, more vulnerable. Post-collapse, 300 years of decay. Greece's population drops from 600,000 to 40,000. Cities vanish. Trade halts. Iron spreads not from invention, but because tin for bronze ran dry. Like reverting to steam engines not for green reasons, but because oil ended. That's what global supply chain snapping means. Wait, but we have tech. No single resource dependence. Really? 90% of microchips from Taiwan, 70% of battery cobalt from Congo, 40% of Middle East wheat from Russia, Ukraine, 2020 pandemic shut China factories, US ran out of caskets. Caskets, made in Shenzhen. Your system dwarfs the Bronze Age, so fragiler. When it falls faster. Worst isn't that. Worst who survived 1127 BC. Because survivors weren't the strongest, they were the marginals. And that changes everything. Hittites, dead. Mycenaeans, dead. Ugarit, ash. Egypt survived, but as a shadow, lost 2/3 of lands. Never a superpower again. Who took their place? One Phoenicians, lone traders, tiny city-states on Lebanon coast, Tyre, Sidon, Byblos, each independent, no empire, no central power, no single point of failure. One port burns, others trade. No palaces, no armies, no Afghan tin dependence, just local, flexible, autonomous trade. System collapsed. They thrived, needed no system. Israelites, nomad herders from Canaan hills. Pre-collapse, nobodies. Post-collapse, regional power. Archaeology shows 12th century BC, hundreds of tiny hill settlements in Judea. Primitive, unfortified, illiterate, no bronze weapons, but alive. No palaces to burn, no bureaucracy to crumble without scribes. No trade routes to cut, nothing to lose. Dorians, mountain tribes of Greece, lived outside Mycenaean system. While Pylos and Mycenae palaces blazed, Dorians herded goats in hills. Primitive? Yes, but 300 years later, their descendants built Sparta, Athens, classical Greece, because they survived the Dark Ages. Mycenaean elites didn't. Robert Drews writes, survivors were system independent, not moral. Statistics. Apply to you. Global logistics crashes tomorrow. Who survives? Not megacities. Moscow sans food shipments. Corpse in a week. New York, 3 days. London, 5. Survive farm communes. Small towns with local production. Those with land, livestock, crafts, the system outsiders. Silicon Valley dies first. Their one skill, code. You can't eat code. Your smartphone bricks in a day. Servers fail. Grids next. Bank money, data in dead databases. What's left? Skills, networks, knowledge, or dependence on the system that just died? Wait, but we learned from history. Really? In 1177 BC, they knew the system was fragile. King's letters screamed panic. No grain. Riots brewing. Send aid. They saw collapse. Did nothing. System too big to change. Like now. You know Taiwan dependence is risk. Climate shifts. Global chains. House of cards. What do you do? Build another floor. Order from abroad. Buy gadgets assembled across 3 continents. Live in cities producing nothing but services. Optimize, efficiency, profit, just like them. Bronze Age fell in 50 years. How long for you? Not if it happens again. When and what remains. 1177 BC, not anomaly. Template. Civilization builds complex system. System brings prosperity. Prosperity breeds dependence. Dependence, fragility. Fragility, collapse. Rome repeated it. Maya too. Soviet Union too. Same error, efficiency over resilience. Bronze Age perfected tin just in time. You did it for everything. When system fails, no reserves. Like them. Post-1177 BC, 300 years for Greece to regain writing. 500 for trade. Population never hit pre-crisis peaks. Knowledge died with scribes. Tech with artisans. Institutions with states. Not rewind 50 years. Reset. If now, you lose no bronze. You lose antibiotics, electricity, internet, all needing global cooperation, all hinging on 3 straits, 1 chip island. Wait, but we can prevent? You can. Question, will you? To avert collapse, decentralized production, costly, Build strategic reserves, inefficient. Cut global ties, unprofitable. Hittites could have saved empire, diversified tin, but profits dipped, didn't. You could move chip production from Taiwan, costs trillions, won't. Economy picks efficiency over resilience, until too late. 1177 BC, not history, rehearsal, first apocalypse. First time globalization killed civilization, not last. Because you built the same system, bigger, more complex, fragiler. Yet Egypt survived. Nile, autonomous food, water. You have no Nile, you have global chains, 3 choke point straits, stability illusion. System falls, and it will, because all complex systems fall. Survivors aren't strongest. Autonomous, like Phoenicians, Israelites, Dorians. Not if you're collapse ready, if you can survive sans system, because system already cracks. No plan B, Invictus, unconquered. Not about strength, about what endures when rest burns. Comment, how many days till your city dies without outside supplies? 3? Week? Month? Ugarit thought they had time. They had one.